They conquered an unclimbable peak, then 4 men vanished within minutes. In 1865, a team of climbers became the first people ever to stand on the summit of the Matterhorn. Coming back down, the rope broke. 4 of them fell 4,000 feet, and 1 body was never found. Edward Whymper led 7 men up the last great unclimbed peak in the Alps, racing a rival Italian team led by John Antoine Carroll. Whymper's party reached the summit first, at 1:40 in the afternoon, and looked down to see their rivals still hundreds of feet below, already beaten. On the way down, roped together in a line, the least experienced climber, Douglas Haddo, lost his footing. He pulled 3 others off the mountain with him: Guide Michel Craz, Reverend Charles Hudson, and Lord Francis Douglas. The rope holding them, the oldest and weakest one they carried, snapped instantly. All 4 men fell nearly 4,000 feet down the mountain's sheer north face. Whymper and the 2 surviving guides, a father and son both named Taubwalder, could only watch in horror. They were still stranded high on the mountain, forced to spend the night alone with what had just happened. Rumors spread fast. Had Whymper or the Taubwalders cut the rope to save themselves? A Swiss inquest was held just 1 week later. It blamed Haydog's inexperience and filed no charges, but the accusation followed Whymper for the rest of his life, and some still argue about it today. 3 bodies were spotted on a glacier the next day and recovered days later, buried beside the village church. Lord Francis Douglas was never found. Search parties recovered only a torn sleeve, a single glove, and a belt, the only trace of him the mountain ever gave back. The disaster shocked Victorian Britain so deeply that Queen Victoria herself reportedly considered banning mountaineering outright. What had been a triumphant new sport suddenly looked reckless and deadly, and historians mark this single afternoon as the end of the golden age of climbing in the Alps. They had conquered the last great unclimbed peak in the Alps, the first men ever to stand on top of the Matterhorn. Then, in minutes, 4 of them vanished off the mountain forever, and 1 of them was never seen again, not even his body, not once.